Welcome back to you all. I'm very sorry for not really being around very much this week. Unfortunately, I've not been very well. The migraine has got me again, but I'm just starting to feel a little bit better after a day in bed yesterday, and I just needed something a bit more calm. Action games set it off again if I start trying to run round the wasteland or oblivion or whatever, so I've decided, as there does seem to be a bit of an appetite for it, to do a bit of Football Manager. Lots and lots of people have asked me to play this. God knows why. Because you know I'm not going to play it in the way that you want me to play it. I'm going to play it in the way that I want to play it, which means buying in loads of random South African players who cost me loads of money and put me into debt. That's basically how I will play this, so I should warn you, but let's have a go. Let's have a go just to calm me down and to give you a bit of content without giving me another massive headache. So I started filling in my details here. That's not my real date of birth. 7th of May absolutely is if you want to put that in your diaries, but that may not be the year. I'm English, my favourite team, as some of you may already know. I don't think we're even in the Premier League in this version. No, we're not. Is the Mighty Foxes. My second nationality, I don't have one. Past playing experience. Sunday League footballer. You can address me as Jenny Gameplay. Equally, you could address me as Gameplay Jenny, which would make more sense. This is Football Manager 2012, because it's the one version that I can actually cope with. After this, I've tried them all, but the front end of this just works for me. It's just a nice game. So I need to find Malaysia Premier League, because that is where we're going to be starting with my mighty team, USM. That is Kelapa Batas Staff University Sains Malaysia. They've got cool kits, they're a professional club, they're hardly worth anything, but they have got basic training facilities. Terrible finances, but at least we've got something to work with. I love playing in this team, so that's what we're going to do. The current game is not saved, obviously. I would love to save it. You can see all my previous USM saves there. So this is USM for YouTube. There we go. So it's going to get some hints and tips that I'm not going to follow. You're going to go mental. You're going to go mad. You're going to be like, Jenny, why are you doing that? Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? I'm going to be like, because that's not how I play this game. So be prepared. We're going to close all the help. I don't need any help. And we're going to go and have a look at my emails. In what may be seen as a surprise appointment, the USM board have named Gameplay Jenny as their new boss. The relatively unknown English manager, how dare you, whose first game in charge was against POS Malaysia, I think that's the police, on Friday the 7th of January 2011, declared that she was looking forward to the challenge at Olahraga University Sains Malaysia. I don't know how to pronounce any of that, but if you are Malaysian, welcome to you. Please do correct my pronunciation in case there's a second episode of this. I like the Malaysian teams because they're all like the public authorities and public services, so there's a university team and there's a police team, and I think there might be an army team and that kind of thing. That's kind of cool. I have a personal message from Losli Jamaluddin, who is my chairman, and he is assuring me that I can rely on the full backing of the club's board. Until I start getting in like the South Africans, and then he'll be trying to get rid of me. I'm being paid 350 quid a week, and staff members from the previous regime have been retained, but they will all accept the mutual termination of their contracts. Yes, they will. Trust me, that's what's going to be going on. So the team was founded in 2008. We're in the Premier League. We play our home games at Olahraga University Sains Malaysia. We have basic training facilities and very basic youth facilities, but we have at least got basic junior coaching and a recruitment network. We have no trophies. That's fine. Let's meet the staff. Oh God, the staff have got a lot to say to me, haven't they? But I don't really want to have anything to do with this. The first thing I want you to do, though, is find me a really good striker on loan, please. Right, then. Basically, I get in any player who has even a vaguely half-decent stat of some sort. So this guy is very good at long shots. He is only 17. He's a midfielder and an attacking midfielder on the left-hand side. He's got quite good acceleration. What we're going to do, I think, is get his report card. I want them to go off and find out a little bit more about him. So now I'm going to ignore all of this, because I always ignore all of this, because I want to sort it all out, so you can go away. Because we've got such poor youth facilities, we should probably be looking to use the transfer market to develop squad, or we should be harassing the board, which is what we're going to do now. We have some exciting prospects, apparently, in our ranks. You see, he doesn't look very exciting to me, although his finishing is double figures. And in this league, all you need to do is find some players with some double figures in things, and you're probably all right. Who else have you got? Who else are we recommending? Oh, hang on. Go back to my screen. Mr. Bakar. 15 in penalty taking. 16 in flair. I like him already. His natural fitness in 13. We need to keep an eye on this guy. Roslan Bakar. He looks good. And then Zed Aman. 13 at corners, 11 at free kicks, 12 at tackling. It looks like we might have some decent players. Now, there is something I do with all of my youth players that you'll be screaming at me about, but trust me on this. When the injuries start hitting, I will be very glad that I have trained these players in more than one position, but we'll come on to that in a moment. So, my scout is welcoming me to the club, which is very, very good of him. His recommendation is currently Mohammed Hafziri Amzi, that guy there. He's out of contract. Let's get his report card. I just take on any old players. Chantaru. I don't think I'll be using attacking midfielders, but get his report card. Scout everybody. Right, my news subscriptions need sorting out because I am not even remotely interested in half of this stuff. Northern Ireland. Don't want to know about them. Don't want to know about any of these. I just want to know about Malaysia, thanks. To be honest, it's arguable I don't even want to know about them. I don't want to know... Oh, actually, no, I do want to know about the Cups. I don't want to know about England. I know I am English, but I don't care. I suppose I ought to keep the awards in. I don't want to know about Leicester. Or maybe I do. I'll keep on those. And then we've been subscribed to these because I'm interested in them. Do I want to discard all my changes? No, I don't, actually. Confirm my changes. Start of season expectations. We've got to achieve a respectable league position, so second from bottom. That's fine. We don't get very much more money for a top half finish over being the winner, so I will accept. I'm already over my wage budget, which is great. So here is my mighty squad of players who are not very happy, understandably, because they've got me as their manager. And the thing about this team is we also have an under-20s squad. So I need to basically have a look at all of my under-20s to see whether they're any good. I know immediately if they're not, but I will also get my scouts to tell me. So I can do assistant reports and recommendation there. And we can see that Bakar is top of the list. I like him. He could probably come up to the senior team, to be honest. I reckon he probably is good enough to be coming up to the senior team. We might be calling on him later. Well, I could just bring him up now, to be honest, and then he could be trained with the senior people. So squad, senior squad. A man, you can come up as well. Then we've got Mohammed Faizat Mohammed Ghazli. He's very aggressive. He might get me into trouble. But come and train with me. I like you to come and train with me. We've got Ahmad. He's very, very aggressive, but you can see, look, he's got lots of things in double figures there, so you can come up as well. We've got Ankit Singh. Now, he's recommended, but he's not amazing, is he? He's just very brave. Would you like to come up to the senior squad? Are you brave enough? I think you probably are. We've got Raizal Salim. He's flary as well, but he's not very good at anything else. Maybe a bit pacey. Do come up. We've got Khalid. He's good at tackling and teamwork. I like you. Come and train with the seniors. We've got Sam Sudin, who is also aggressive and quite fit and quite determined. I like determined players. Come to the senior squad. All of these, actually. Except maybe for this chap. He's not great. But maybe they could all come to the senior squad just for some training. There we go. You can all come. All of my youth players can come into the senior squad. So if I put on my assistant reports, Bakar is coming up top, but by ability, it's Mohammed Afzan Zainal Abidin. He looks good. He's got things in double figures. That's good. He should be regarded as a key member of the first team squad. You can bet your life that all of them should be. What I normally do, though, is get rid of some of the rubbishy ones. So there's a guy here called Idris, right? He's rubbish. So what I'm going to do is initially I'm going to offer him out to people and say, would you like Idris? Because he looks rubbish. And the guy underneath him, who is Sazan, I'm also going to say to people, do you want Sazan? Because he's rubbish as well. We get rid of all the rubbish. And then we can move on with our lives. So Jafar, sorry Jafar. Decent just won't cut it. Not in this team. You got to be better than decent. And he is probably not so great either. Try and send him out, see if anybody takes them. He probably won't go. They never do between you and me. But it's fine. So, the first thing I want to do then is sort out my staff, because they're super important. So if I have a look at their coaching attributes and their mental attributes, I can promise you that they'll all be absolutely awful. My coaches are terrible. And my scouts are also terrible. So basically, I can't really trust a word that my scouts say. So, the best thing to do, I think, is probably, if I can remember where things are, to go to my transfer centre, staff search. Then we can put, actually, what do I want to do here? No, I want to filter my mental attributes and bring up judge potential to the top. Now, unfortunately, all of these are coaches and I need scouts. So let me just bring coaching attributes to the top. I would like some good fitness coaches. There's just one there. Let's see if we can get him in. Would you like to be a fitness coach? The board probably won't give me enough money for you, but if you'll accept £250 a week... Oh, no, he won't. Please? No, he's not interested. That's frustrating. What if I offer you a massive contract? No, he's not happy. He's not happy. He's not coming. Okay. Fine. Not right now, then. What else have we got? We've got mentality, your goalkeeping coach. Try and get a goalkeeping coach in. Oh, he's the goalkeeping coach from Malaysia. Will you come and work for me? Yes, you will. The goalkeeping coach of Malaysia is coming to me. Yes. That's good. Then, need an attacky coach. There's a guy there who's an assistant manager. Will you be a coach instead? On no wages whatsoever. No, he's not interested. That's a pity. How about you, Mr. Rosley? Because you're quite good at man management and working with youngsters, and you have discipline, and I like that. Would you like to come? My board would like you to come. Yippee! He's coming. I know he says he'll think about it, but he is on his way. Now, defensively, we're not so good here, but we've got somebody who's good at defence and youth. And that one underneath is a bit better, I reckon, so we'll try and get him in as well. The board are really giving me quite a lot of money here. There we go. So I've got attack, defence, goalkeeping. I still need fitness. And I could do with somebody tactical as well, I reckon. Are you any good at things generally? Determined. Quite good at man management. When I say quite good, you have to accept that in Malaysia we're not going to get anybody worth having. There's a scout there who's really good at youth coaching. Wonder whether he's good at scouting youth players. You could be my youth coach. Would you come in on a youth coach contract? No. He's like, I'm a scout. What are you doing? About you, Mr. Atting. Good at man management, very determined. Would you come in on a youth contract? We can't pay you very much, but... No, oh dear. Oh, it's all gone red. He doesn't like me. Who else? Who else? How about you? Oh, it's Mr. Rosley again. Maybe not. How about you? Would you like to be my youth coach? I'd like you to be my youth coach. Yeah. Oh. Little negotiation there. How about there? Yeah. There we go. Excellent. So now I need some scouts. And I will also get my assistant manager from scouts. Add condition. Staff role is... We'll have a look at assistant managers first. That top guy, he looks good. How about you? Do you want to be my assistant manager? No. How about you? Do you want to be my assistant manager? Think you do. I think you do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he does. Go on. Yeah. Yippee. Assistant manager needs to be good at judging people, you see. Excellent. He's quite determined as well. So what I need to make sure now is that I sack enough people to be able to get these people in. Now, the only scouts are a bit rubbish, but Che Ross, I will have you if you'll... Yay! And I don't know how many scouts I can have, but I will also try for this chap here. I can't pay you anything, but do you want to come anyway? Of course you do. Excellent. So if I go back to my own staff list of my own staff, I've got to sack my assistant manager quick. He actually wasn't that bad, but he's going. Mutual termination, yes. Then, got a coach here. He's not very good. Mutual termination, yes. They might not accept this, in which case I'll have to pay him off, but we'll see. Got a coach here. Oh, hang on. I think I just tried him. I actually have a fitness coach. He's just not very good. If he's not very good, there doesn't seem much point in having him. Then, we need a better physio as well. Because physiotherapy-wise? Physiotherapy 5. So basically everybody's going to die under you. That's not brilliant. And then mutual termination there. Did they all go? Oh, they all want money. That's fine. That's fine. Off you go. They did say I could sack them. Now I need a FIZZY-O. Staff search. Take staff role out. Oh, actually, no, let's search just on FIZZY-Os. FIZZY-O. Oh, there aren't many FIZZY-Os. Mr. Backar, I think it's going to have to be you, sir. Do you want to come in? Yes. Not even double figures in FIZZY-O, but never mind. Good. And last but not least, I want to go to my boardroom and start demanding things. Interact with board. Hello. I would like better youth facilities, please, so that we can develop our own players. It says they can't find the funding. We'll see about that. I'd like more investment in junior coaching, please. No, we don't have the funding for that. We will have soon. I will make them agree to it. I'd like a parent club so that we can sign good players on loan. They would rather that club does not rely on loan players. Well, screw you. I thought we shared a similar ambition for this club. No. Oh. Didn't get anything out of them. Well, that's pathetic. How many staff am I allowed? 3 coaches, an assistant manager, a goalkeeping coach, no fitness coach. Go on anyway. 3 scouts. Okay, good. Good. They'll start coming in, but in the meantime, I will set up some training. And to be honest with you, I always ask my assistant to set the player training focus because I'm not that bothered. I do think for now, though, maybe we should be doing like fitness training. Because it's in the off-season and we all need some fitness training. I'll auto-assign all my coaches. And just got to remember how to do this. It's been a while since I played this game. Custom, no. It's not that, is it? Is it in schedules? No. Manage schedules? No. Auto-assign all. I'm sure you can put them all on fitness training. And I can't remember how to do it. Oh, is it up here? It's up here. So, conditioning. There we go. Right. So I have nobody on conditioning. The forwards are on forwards. I've just realised how to do it. So if we put conditioning, because you all need to be fitter. Right? All of you need to be fitter. Then goalkeepers will keep on goalkeeping. But all of you... can never remember how to get them to all do it. I think I end up just having to... Oh, actually, there we go. Sorry, assign all to conditioning. That's it. Midfielders, conditioning. Forwards, conditioning. That's good. Coaches, auto-assign all. So somebody's probably got all 40 players, but that's fine. That's what we need. Then, tactic-wise, I will ask one of my coaches to pick, and I appear to have just about somebody for every position except for left midfield. So this is where you're all going to scream at me, because what I like to do is put them on training another position as well, because then, when they get old enough, I can get them to be doing other things. So, new position. This guy is a striker. Actually, let's not bother with the striker, but with the midfielders, they need to play other positions, definitely. So, who have we got here? Goalkeeper, defender, who's a central defender. So if we go to his training, and we also set him to randomly to right defender, eventually he will be a right defender as well. So when we start getting the injuries, we'll have fewer problems. We've got centre and right here. So I'm going to shove him onto left as well. They won't like it. They won't like it, but just trust me on this. Then I've got a right midfielder. So I'm going to train him in centre midfield. Then what else have I got? I've got a left defender. So I'm going to set him to central defender as well. Not finding many people who are already partially trained in these things. There we go. They're all ineffectual. That's not good. This guy, he does left and centre, so he can do... Sorry, right and centre, he can do left as well. Got an attacking midfielder there, that's no use. Almost certainly not going to use that, so left midfield, you see he's competent, but I want him to be better than that. Then I have a left and centre attacking midfield, so you carry on with being a centre midfield. Got a defensive midfielder here. And I need you to be centre as well. You're unconvincing. We can make you more convincing, Mr. Ahmad. Then I have a striker. That chap, Mr. Bakar, we might leave him because he's going to be really good. Got a guy who can already do all the things. Then I want to set you to also being a centre midfield. Then this defensive midfield guy. I'm going to set you to be a left midfield because eventually I'm going to need some more of those, I reckon. Then this guy, defensive midfield and centre already, that's good. So I'll set you as right. Just randomly, just set them up. I would do all of these, I'm not going to lie. Anybody who's just left is going to be centre as well. Mr. Jamaluddin. We've got a right-hand side one there. There we go. Oh, he's a bit of everything. He can play all the rights. That's good. Mr. Jafar, who I don't think is going to be with us very much longer. He can do a bit of training. Mr. Che Omar, who does a lot of lefts. There we go. And Mr. Prakash, you can be on a right side. There we go. There we go. That makes me feel a bit better. So we need to be focusing at the moment on teamwork, I reckon, probably. Then we're going to have some backup tactics as well. We're going to 3-4-3 in case we run out of side defenders. And 4-3-3 in case we run out of side midfielders. You may have to trust me on that one. There we go. Right. Really what I need to do is get my staff in and then I can start thinking about things. I don't really bother with all these instructions, I'm not going to lie. But we will definitely be playing a sort of counter-attacking type thing for the time being. With, I don't know, shorter passing? Maybe more direct passing. No creative freedom. press more. Be cautious in the tackling. No, just default in the tackling. Man marking. Default on the crosses. Less roaming, please. Defensive line is going to be right back. And then width, fairly wide. Tempo, bit less than normal. Time wasting, no, we don't time waste. And we can focus passing somewhere. Do you remember when we tried focusing passing down the wings in Lords of Football? That kind of worked. Counter-attack, yes. Play offside, no. But I'm not very good with tactics, so we're just going to have to see how that works. I want to get my staff in first. I'm more interested in the personnel side of things. Nobody wants Idris. I'm really sorry, Idris, but I think you might have to go because I need to reduce my wage bill. I'm going to release you on a free. I need to reduce my wage bill not so that the finances are okay, because the finances are never going to be okay, but just so I can get other players in who are better, because I do like a nice new player. Which is why we need to get rid of all of these. There we go. Ooh, that's a big bill. But I don't care. Release on a free. We're always going to be in debt. There we go. Ooh, somebody has put a bid in for Mr. Nowie. Do I want to keep Mr. Nowie? What is the bid? 2,000 plus future incentives. I think you'll find that Mr. Nowie is worth 3,000. View the offer and say, no, actually, I want 4,000. Yeah. Give me 4,000, I'll think about it. Meanwhile, Jenny to meet the media. You sit here as the new manager of USM. Is this your dream job? I am absolutely delighted. I'm absolutely delighted. Your appointment has come as a shock to a lot of people who traditionally view football as a man's game. Oh, I see. Do you think that sexism exists in football? Yes, it is prevalent. There are very few women involved in football, and even fewer have tried to make the step up to management. Surely it will be tough on you. Well, it's an obvious disadvantage, but one that I expected to face. Do you already have an idea of which players you like, and those that you aren't so happy with? Ooh, it would be unfair, I think. Everybody will get a chance to show what they can do. Are you likely to delve into the transfer market? Yes. I have a wealth of targets in mind. How involved do you intend to be in the day-to-day running of this club? I will be harassing the boardroom endlessly. I'm going to reshape this club from top to bottom. While some managers are famous for their hands-on approach, others maintain a more reserved manner. How do you see your management style? I think that clubs work best when players feel valued as people as well as footballers. What can we expect from you in the transfer market? Are you going to splash the cash, or are you more of a bargain hunter? Well, normally I just get in all the South Africans. I'm only interested in signing the very best players available. I'm a bit of a wheeler dealer, I am, if I'm true about this. The club seems short-staffed, yes, because I've sacked them all. What is your tactical approach to the game? Entertainment. Oh, last season they nearly missed out on promotion. Can I go one better? I think that is the next step for this club. And is there a particular area of the squad which you're looking to strengthen? Yes, all of them, but I'm not going to tell you that. It is widely expected that Nowie will leave the club. Can you hold on to him? Well, let's see, Let's see. I don't want to discuss speculation. God, this is the longest press conference on earth. It is often said that different managers favour different competitions. Will you be concentrating primarily on getting good results in the Premier League? Yes. They're not the richest of clubs, and this is seen by some as a serious stumbling block. Do you think we'll be held back by the financial situation? Well, yeah, quite possibly, but it's not appropriate for me to comment on it. Many have suggested that the hardest task you'll have to face is keeping Kairul Azman Samsudin under control. Really? Really? I think I'm quite capable, actually. Thank God that's over. Oh, Cheiros. Cheiros is in. Yes. Jenny to involve herself. Excellent. Right, we'll carry on because I need to get some staff in. Need staff. Staff. It says I've got 6 messages in my inbox, but I can't see any. Here we go. I've released all the players. I've signed Che Ross, which is excellent. I will be needing him to go off and find me some half-decent players. Here is his first scouting report. His highest recommendation is Mohammed Hafsiri Amzi. I think we know about him already. He's good at heading. He's got a bit of flair. His natural fitness is excellent. He will be in my team, but I can only pay him 25 quid a week. I don't think he's going to be accepting for that, do you? Can I sign him as a hot prospect? No, he wants loads of money. I'm really sorry, sir. I can't currently offer you that. What I could do, though, is cheat a bit and offer you a huge loyalty bonus. Would you accept for that? No. Oh, dear. We might have to come back for him, then. Roslan Ismail. He's coming in. He's coming in. This is what I always do. I just go, rah, rah, rah. Get everybody in. I know you'll hate that. I love doing it. I love it. Just get them all in. Right. Here is the scouting report for Chanturu. He looks pretty good. Will he sign for next to nothing? This is looking promising. No, sir, I can't pay you that much money. I'm going to have to give you a cheaty loyalty bonus instead. Is that okay? Yes! Yes! Get him in. How about Amzi? Is he the guy I just tried to sign? Oh, he's not playing, is he? He's not playing. What if I just give you loads of money, mate, and just get you in for like a year? Yeah? Are we good? No, we're not good. It's all right. It will work eventually. Play the system. Play the system. Oh, no. You don't think I need another physio? I think you'll find I do. Let me just finalise the deal again. I'm going to have to sack my other FIZZY-O here. Oh, hang on, he's my scout. He's not my FIZZY-O. You're my FIZZY-O. You're going, mate. You're a danger. A total danger. Off you go. There. Excellent. Right, let's go back to my staff. Some decent new people are starting to appear. So I can go to my... oh, I've lost it. Where is it? Training. There we go. I can reassign all my coaches. And as you can see, my ratings on things are starting to go up. My goalkeeping rating's really quite good. Because I've got a good goalkeeping coach there. That's excellent. So we're still a bit rubbish on a number of things. But don't you worry, I'll sort that out. Here comes Ismail. And here comes Mr. Abdul. That's good. There we go. Oh, we've got a 5-5 here. Who is this? Syed Farul Hakim. He looks good. He looks very flary and headingy. Try and get him in. He wants loads of money, though. This is why you have to get rid of all the players. Because otherwise you can't get people in. No, he wants loads of money. We're not going to get him, are we? Let's take out these clauses. What if I give you a huge signing bonus? Nope, just outside still. That's frustrating. Gonna have to sack some more people. Go back to my squad, have a look at my recommendations here. He's not great, is he? If I can just get rid of these, could start getting some good people in. I think we might get rid of him. Release on a free. In fact, no, let's first try and offer him out. No, not a new contract. We don't want that. Offer to clubs. There we go. And you, I'm going to offer you out as well. And you're really not very good indeed, so you can go as well, hopefully. And maybe you as well. Fairly good does not cut it in my team. There we go. If you think this is chaos, you'd be absolutely right. Right, nobody wants him. I reckon you're going then, because I need better players. Nobody wants you. You can go as well. Nobody wants you, so you can also go. And nobody wants any of them, do they? Bye! Meanwhile, he has agreed to come in. This is good. I have to pray that my board agrees with this. Here we go. All the players gone. Oh, look. They've said yes to the 4,000. But do I want to get rid of him? That's the problem. Because he might be quite good. Wonder if I could get a bit more money out. How about... no, they're not happy, are they? Is he my best right defender? Because if he is, I might regret getting rid of him. Get my attacking person. See, it's put Jakob into it there. Sorry, I think my neighbour's just come home and he's clomping about. I'm sorry if you can hear him. Where is this chap in the grand scheme of things? He's there. Oh, he is one of my best players as well. That's not good. But I've got a right person there. Oh, I have no other right person. Oh, no. Maybe I don't want to sell him then. What if I don't? Oh, that's difficult. Oh, go on then. Accept all. Go on. Accept. You can go to the Super League. I accept. Hopefully I'll be able to get these youth players in. If you're already going, Jenny, what are you doing? This is how I play. Because I want the youth players in, you see? So... Bakar is set to sign. He's my FIZZY-O. That's good. And off you go to Kuala Lumpur. I get a little bit of money. And I get in Chanturu instead. Excellent. Chanturu is set to be unveiled. Call the press conference. I am delighted to be able to welcome Chanturu to the club. I don't want to discuss club finances. As he's just 20, do you see this signing more as one for the future? I definitely had the next few years in mind. This is my first foray into the transfer market. Can we expect much further activity? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, you can. So let's go to the old transfer centre. Go to my player search. And look to see whether we have anybody with the mental attributes to join me. They're not very determined, are they? Mr. Hat. He's quite determined. He's quite fit. We'll get a report card about him. He's 31. Got somebody with a lot of influence there. Let's have a little scouting report for him as well, please. Have we got anybody with a lot of flair? Oh, yes, we have. Mr. Awang. He has lots of flair. Get him scouted. Then we've got a guy here. Oh, it's Hakeem. Can we get him in yet? Oh, we can. Look, I've got the wages for him now. Obviously, I won't be giving him that. Let's reduce all of these. Don't want you to have a massive wage rise. He wants to have a massive wage rise. In that case, you've got to join me for the maximum possible contract. Yes. Then, who have we got here? We've got somebody called Lockman. Let me just do this. Oh, God, there's loads of them. Loads of recommendations. Have we got any very attacky players, like finishing? There's a guy there with 12 and 12. He's old, though, but we'll get a report card. I love doing this. I just love buying all the players in. And then it all goes wrong. Hakeem, we've already put a bid in for. How about Mr. Man? How are you, Mr. Man? You look good. Left midfield. How about Mr. Mokhtar? He looks like he must be pretty good. How about people with passing? Mr. Zakaria, you're a bit younger. I like you. You're a bit younger. And what's that? Is that first touch? First touch and flair. But Mr. Arif, we'll have a look at him as well. There we go. Meanwhile, in terms of the players I already have, auto assign all my coaches again. So we've all had a bit of a change. We'll ask my assistant to set some training focus. I would also like him to do some other things. I've just got to remember how to get him to do it. Backroom advice. Team policy. That's the one. Ismail should arrange friendlies and handle match preparation training. I'm going to do team talks, I think. The team should be managed by my assistant manager. That would be good. A scout to track players on loan. No, I think I can do all of that. So I should be able to trust Mr. Ismail, call me Ismail, to do all of the stuff that I don't care about. So here we go. We've got some youth contracts set to expire. There is a determined guy. He's a quality player. I think I can probably re-sign him for the time being, unless he wants loads of money, in which case he's not getting it. No, we'll get rid of that super huge wage clause there. Okay then, I'll just give you a little bit more. There we go. You can always get them to agree to less. Way, way less. Then Zakaria Aman. One of the best players at the club, I bet he isn't. Oh, we'll offer you a new contract. I'm going to do the same with you, sir. There's no way I'm giving you that much money. It's not happening. And he's like, yeah, you're right. I'm taking the mick. And then the third one was Mr. Ahmad. He's very aggressive. He's very aggressive. Maybe he will aggressively ask me for loads of money. There we go. Lovely. Try and keep them on the minimum wages possible. Look at all this action. Hat. Mr. Hat. Oh, he's crap hat. Right, we don't want him. Razali. Oh, he's terrible as well. Awang. Hello. Hello. This looks good. I reckon we could get him in. Hello, Mr. Awang. If you don't want much money, I'm having you. For as long as I can get you. Oh, oh, oh. He's being nasty about it. There we go. Get him in and then we can make him a centre midfielder as well. Oh, he's rubbish. He's quite good. He's 34 though. He's very good. He's 31. He's very good and he's 30. He's not great. He's not great. Ah, this 30-year-old. How much money do you want? Is it loads? Oh, that's way too much for me, Mr. Mokhtar, I'm afraid. For the time being, I think not. I like to get the youth in, you see. And then they all get selected for the under-19s Malaysian team, and then they're all awesome. So, oh dear, Mr. Arif is rubbish. Yiming Fei has turned professional. I like it eventually, you know, you start getting like English players in your youth team, which is brilliant, because they hear about you and how amazing you are and they start coming over. If you can get an English coach in, you start getting English players, which is pretty cool. So, Mr. Hakim, who is my key to everything, he's coming in. We've got him. Yay! Hello, Mr. Hakim. Mr. Flary Striker. I'm depending on you. I want you to score all the goals. We're also getting Mr. Awang. And after we've done all of this, we'll do everything. Here we go. I don't want to call the press conference to them, thank you. I'm going to go back to my squad. The recommendations are getting better. I'm afraid that Yiming Fei is a bit rubbish. You might have just signed a new contract, but I think we might have to offer you out. You're not very good, are you? Neither is Mr. Matt Alley. Well, we can put them on the transfer market. And if anybody wants them, they can have them. And if they don't, then they can act as spares when the inevitable injuries start happening. So if I go back into my training, set the player focuses for the new people. Oh, you need conditioning training. Let's make sure that my coaches are all in the right place. Oh, average workload on the old aerobics there. So what do I want to look at here? Sorry, I've already forgotten. That's not what I want. It's here. There we go. So the goalkeepers. Get you going on some strength. There we go. Got nobody on Oh, we've got one. Mr. Chanturu, you need to be on conditioning. If we go down to conditioning, we can set all of those. You should see green arrows starting here as they're getting better at aerobics. You need to go to conditioning as well. I'll stop conditioning training as we get closer towards the start of the season. I go to my tactics and get my assistant manager to fill in some gaps there. It's actually put Yi Ming Fei in, which is a bit worrying because he's rubbish. So presumably I need some better central midfielders. So, Mr. Samsudin, I'm already training you up, aren't I? How many of these people need training up? You see, this chap here, he's actually a defensive midfielder, but I want him to play in central defence for sure. So it's defence, it's central defence. Could be a bit of an issue at the moment. And, oh dear, look, Chanturu, he's an attacking midfielder, but I need him to be a proper midfielder. So he's unconvincing, but we will make him convincing. No, nobody wants these people. I've already managed to get the board to provide a cash injection. I wonder if I can get them to put some more money into youth training, because that's how I ultimately intend to win. Hello, can I talk to you again? Will you let me have anything? Yes! Junior coaching. Oh, hang on. I haven't got the option for junior coaching. Damn it. What have I got the option for? Youth Recruitment Network, Feeder Club. Yeah, let's have a Feeder Club. Oh, we agree. They've actually agreed with me on something. That having a feeder club would make loaning players out easier. Excellent. I'd also like some more FIZZY-Os, please. Yay! More FIZZY-Os. And then I also want you to do anything. Just ask them to do anything at all. Training facilities, maybe? Can I have some more training facilities? No. But I can have more FIZZY-Os. I can have 2 more FIZZY-Os. So let's go to the transfer centre for staff. And staff role is FIZZY-O. We can get Bakar in. Oh no, he's already in. What am I doing? He's already in. Well, all the others are rubbish. Oh well, we need another one though. We're going to have to get another one in because otherwise he's going to be very overworked. Wow, FIZZY-Os are expensive. Just get anybody in for the time being. I'm sure it'll improve. Right. Noor, Fazol, Azrul, Azalai is coming in as a FIZZY-O. That's good. That's good. Not got any friendly matches, have I? My assistant manager isn't doing his job. Some news around the league. Backroom advice meeting. They're always a bit of a laugh. So we've already decided, haven't we, on the whole training thing. Fine, start training then if that's what you think. Scout these players if that's what you think. Scout them all. I don't know if I can have any more scouts for the time being, so I'm going to dismiss you. Dismiss all of this. Not interested. Won't sign anybody to a pro deal until I absolutely have to. What I'm worried about is the fact that we don't appear to have any friendly games at all. So when's my first... There it is. There's the opening one. So we need some friendly games. Over Christmas. Arrange a friendly with anybody. Somebody with a very small reputation. Actually, let's play the under-20s because then I can play all my youth players and then we will also play there next Wednesday, maybe? Against Kedah Mangia. Yeah, them. Them. Get in. Excellent. Well, if my assistant manager's not going to do it for me, I'll arrange them all. Following Saturday... Oh, I've only got the option to go on holiday. There we go. Following Thursday, then, we will play Penang KS. Yes. Absolutely. That's good. That's good. Okay, excellent. So back to the old training. Wonder if they've done enough conditioning training for now, or whether I ought to carry on. I'm wondering whether I could sneak any more coaches in, to be honest. We're not very good at fitness. Still got a real fitness coach issue here. Let's go back to the old transfer centre. Need fitness coach of some description. Mr. Min. Mr. Min, do you want in? Do you want in as the fitness coach? You might not let me have you otherwise. Oh dear. No? How about just coach? Let's see if they let me have him. I bet they don't. Oh well, here's hoping. I'm always trying to sneak things past my board. Okay, so we've got Mr. Edris. He's 21. He looks reasonably good. He's got a lot of determination, a lot of flair, and he can finish. He will sign for no money whatsoever. That's what I want. Signing for no money whatsoever. Oh. How about if I give you a sneaky bonus, sir? What sneaky bonus? Will you come in if I give you a sneaky bonus? He so will. He just dumps some cash in their hands. They're all corrupt. Then you're probably not quite good enough. Neither are you. You're definitely not. Kasim? He looks already okay. Natural fitness, he's very fit. He's got double figures in quite a lot of things. He's another cheap one. If I can get them in on the cheap, I will do it, because it's like just having a great big squad of youth players. Mr. Rao, I would say, is not good enough at the moment. What else have you found? Ah, Mr. Mokhtar. He wants loads of money, doesn't he? Yeah, we're not paying that. Mr. Dessa. He plays for somebody else, so we're definitely not dabbling about in that. Ooh, look at all of this. Look at all these double figure things. How much do you want? Ooh, he's a bit cheaper. I might leave that for the time being. Want youth players, really. So there are no players available for the under-20s match because they're playing the other team. Damn it, they didn't let me get Mr. Min in. Oh well, Mr. Min is not in. That's a shame. Here's our first game, which is against ourselves. Excellent. Okay, Mr. Ismail, pick the team for me, please. Going to have to improve my wingers, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Because we're only playing the crappy under-20s. So here's hoping. My team instructions need to be redone here. We're going to play counter, short passing, more disciplined creative freedom. We're going to press. We're going to be defaulting the old tackling, man marking, defaulting all of that. I want a deep defensive line, wide width, normal, just about tempo. No time wasting, we don't do that. There we go. Oh, I've not selected a captain. Well, it's just as well that you have, isn't it? Now, this is where you also get frustrated with me because I don't usually really bother with any of that or with actually watching the match very much. So I'm going to be passionate and say, come on lads, show me what you can do. And then I'm going to set this so that we exit the TV view and we have a split view, which is what I like using. But I also want to speed it up. And I can't remember how to. There we go. Match controls, replays, show goals, highlight mode, key, and that should do it. We've already scored. Oh no, the under-20s have scored. Wow, you really do suck. That's incredible. The under-20s have scored? What's that about? Why is it telling me I need to do something? I don't need to do anything. How totally rubbish have they been there? Good lord. So I always look at this bar going across. I look at the stats coming in. But it should show me goals. Highlight mode. Key. There we go. Right, it's half time. Abysmal. Playing without confidence. Ah, recovering from a knock, so it probably wants me to sub him. I could sub him, as you're all being totally rubbish. What do we need? Who's recovering from a knock? It's him. Do I have another? I do have another central midfielder. Mr. Prakash can go on instead. There we go. Here we go. Put up my match speed like that, and then they all run around. Oh. Oh no, the under-20s made a terrible mistake. Whoop. That was awful. I'm sorry, I didn't want to see that. I just want to see the goals. I don't want to see us missing. Key highlights. Stop changing stuff. Right, we've already got an injury. So I need another striker, and we're going to bring on Mr. Bakar. There we go. Here we have a highlight. But is it a goal? It's Chayama to Mr. Hakim. It was a foul. You see, I don't want to see the fouls. We don't want to see that. Why are you showing me this? Ah, because it's showing me key. No, I don't want key highlights. I just want the goals. Okay, we'll put the key highlights on as you're watching as well. They'll be a bit rubbish though. Normally I just zoom through and I just want to see the goals. The weather looks terrible. It's chucking it down. The car's got a load of space. Oh, oh! Ball! Mr. Hakim! He scores! Here we go. Kapow! Well done, Mr. Hakim. Round of applause for Mr. Hakim. Mr. Hakim and Mr. Bakar linked up very well there. Oh, we've got another injury. This is not good. We've been doing conditioning training. You see, the thing is now I don't have a left midfielder, do I? So we're going to have to switch to 4-3-3 so that we can switch in Mr. Awang. And I'm also going to put in Mr. Gasly. There we go. It's only a friendly. We can have as many subs as we want. I can't believe they're all injured. That's not a good start. It's my FIZZY-Os who are to blame for that, you know. Right, the under-20s. They're on the rampage again, you know. Look at Mr. Hamid. Hey. That was a terrible clearance. Oof. Oof. So close. So very close. The other thing I really love in this game is watching the number of spectators go up. Mr. Hakim, what are you doing? You can't shoot from there. At the moment we have no spectators, but eventually we'll have loads of spectators because I will be the best youth team in the whole world. Well, that was shocking. Oh dear. Hakim obviously had a good game. I will praise him for that if I can. Can I praise him? I want to praise you. I praise you. Maybe I can't. I thought I could. Maybe that's later on. Anyway, I will tell you calmly that you will need to be much better than that in competitive matches, and some of you will be very stressed. There we go. I'm not terribly impressed by that, to be honest. 1-1, that's a bit rubbish. So, Mr. Zanal Abidin has fractured his arm. Well, that's great. That's great. The groundsman is asking me if I want to change the pitch. I think I do. I think I want it to be the maximum allowed, please. So we have to make other teams run around. That would be excellent. Right, anyway. Back to the old tactics. I've got loads of people out. We could have a problem here. Oh, Mr. Samsudin has come in. That's good. I think that's good that he's playing. I think he needs to play. Mr. Hisham, I don't know who he is. Who are you, Mr. Hisham? Somebody who probably needs a bit more midfielder training. Mr. Awang has come in. Mr. Napai. Perhaps I'd like 3 strikers, actually. Because my strikers seem to be really good. That causes me a problem with the old central defence. Sorry, central midfield there. Because this guy, he's a bit awkward at the old central midfield. What I could do then is go to 3-4-3. Does that work? Yes, that works. 3-4-3. So the only real problems are my wingers, but I'm sure they'll improve. I'm sure they'll improve, but I'll have to reset my team instructions. Do we want to counter? Do we want to sort of attack? Quite like the idea of countering. Got to be disciplined though. There we go. We'll leave all the rest of that, I think. Oh, maybe man marking as well. I'll have to reset all of this, which is a pain. So, deep, wide, reasonably quick, because otherwise it's going to be dead boring. But if we're really, really quick, we end up with everybody's fitness going. Right, Mr. Cheiros. He's not managed to find any further players to recommend. Well, that's useless, isn't it? That's useless. Go off and find some people, please. Meanwhile, Mr. Kasim has decided to sign for us. That's excellent. He's another central midfielder, and so has Mr. Edrus. Excellent. That will probably be it for a while, I reckon. I don't want to call a press conference, thank you. But I do want to see if they can go in my team. Oh, he's tried to put Mr. Kasim on the wing. That's not right, he's a centre. We might try and retrain him. That's no good. If I go back to 4-3-3. There we go, Mr. Kasim is in the centre now. That's excellent. Not really paid any attention to goalkeepers, but I'm sure I can probably get better ones, although he looks pretty good. His teamwork's terrible. And his work rate is awful, but he's only a goalie. How about you? Oh, he's a youth goalie. He looks pretty good as well. Excellent. That's good. Time for our first proper friendly then. Pre-season fitness report. Obviously we know that somebody is very, very not fit. Take them off conditioning training soon. He's trying to tell me things about other teams that I'm not very interested in. Right. Here we go then. To make sure that it's saved my team instructions, which it has. Keep forgetting to set captains. I need to sort that out, don't I? Mr. Vinod is going to be our captain. Right, chaps. What we're going to do is we're going to be calm, and I'm going to tell you this is your chance to impress me. Are we going to be impressed? That is the question. We're playing a really rubbishy team, so I'd like to think so. Look at Mr. Kasim go! Look at him go! Mr. Napa is surrounded. Woo! Ooh, just over by the Edrus there. There's some people watching. Look, got some spectators. I think they've even bought the away kit, some of them, which is great. I love those little spectators. They make me laugh. And in the background, you can see little houses and trees and stuff. I love it. And eventually, you build up your stands, and you see more and more people arriving. But that's a long way off. That's like about 4,000 episodes down the line. Here is Mr. Edrus. He's passing to Mr. Hakim. I like Mr. Hakim. No, Mr. Noor! Straight into the goalkeeper's arms. That's no good. I can get through a whole season in about 20 minutes playing like this. It's great. Uh-oh. Oh, good save by Mr. Hamzar there. I was asking whether my goalkeeper was any good. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But they've got a corner. That's bad. Do you want to hurry up with the whole corner thing? Don't waste time now. It's the 26th minute. Good defending there. Oh, it's come out to Mr. Napai. Oh. Go on, Mr. Hakim. Oh, no. Mr. Hakim, not quite quick enough. There's a lot of highlights in this. Usually I just do the goals. Because you're watching. You get to see Mr. Prakash linking up with Mr. Napai. Mr. Kasim! No, sir. Do not shoot from there. You're not good enough to shoot from there. Uh-oh. Ah, that was a terrible free kick. Terrible. Really shocking. I can hear them all cheering. That's a lot of cheering for the 20 people who've shown up for this. Oh, Go on, Mr. Hakeem, go on. Mr. Kasim's messing about there. Mr. Hakeem, he's excellent. Should be winning. No, there's nobody over there. Don't pass it over there. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's rubbish. Don't do that. Way too many highlights in here. Way too many highlights. But if this is a goal, I'll be very happy. Oh, no. It's not a goal. Mr. Hakeem, he's on the ball. He's going to shoot. Oh, no! He's hit the woodwork. Oh, that's bad. Right, don't screw that back pass up, please. Thank you. Well, I'm quite disappointed here. You're all playing okay, but I think you need to play better. So I'm going to tell you, keep going out there and you can still win this one. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Oh, Jamaluddin looks in pain, apparently. Oh, somebody's injured. Is it Jamaluddin? Ooh, straight at the goalie again. We got a corner. That was a terrible corner. We need corner practice. Mr. Venon nearly scored there. Bang! Oh, just wide. Right, let's get Mr. Injury off. Left defence. I don't have any left defenders. Can you play in left defence? No. I'm going to start training you in left Oh, hang on, that's left midfield. Left defence. I'm going to start training you in that because we don't seem to have any. Mr. Khalid, can you play? No. You are ineffectual. Oh dear. That's a problem. In that case, what I'm going to have to do is switch to 3-4-3 and shunt some people around here. So, who have I got? I'm going to have to replace Mr. Jacob with Mr. Khalid. Then I think Mr. Chantru can just about play with that. Have I got no left midfielders either? Oh, well, this is a bit of suck, isn't it? I don't have a choice. I can either play with people out of position or I can play with people out of position. I'll play with people out of position. Mr. Awang, am I training you in the old left side? No, I'm not. I'm going to need to train you on the old left side at some point. Mr. Abidin, am I training you in left side? No, I'm not. Well, you're going to have to get used to it. Mr. Edrus, he's completely out of position now. So we'll put a midfielder on. We'll put Mr. Awang on. He won't like it, but he's going to have to live with it. There we go. Lots of changes. I'm going to have to hope that they don't start playing. Down the other wing. Oh! Well, if you shoot like that, you won't be winning, will you? Rubbish. Here we go. Here we go. Mr. Prakash. Mr. Noor. Mr. Hakeem. No. Oh. That was a foul. We have a free kick in an excellent position. Don't screw it up. Mr. Hakeem. Nope, they've screwed it up. Mr. Hakeem. He's quite important, isn't he, Mr. Hakeem? Have you noticed? Oh no, Mr. Chantaru, there was nobody there. Stop giving them chances! Oof. Oof. Yeah, don't pass it down that wing because we haven't got anybody who can play on that wing. I wouldn't bother. Why are you letting them in? That's bad. Oh dear, they're terrible at shooting though, that's good. So are we. Come on, we need a goal. Not from them. Ooh, right across the face of goal, but it's still a goal kick. Come on, USM. Come on. Oh, one of my FIZZY-Os had to come on there. Right, don't pass to Mr. Awang. He's playing out of position. And don't shoot from there. You know we can't do it. Come on, USM. Come on. Oh! Straight to the goalkeeper again. Oh, Mr. Chanchuru's got hold of it. Oh! Oh! Oh, so close. So close by Mr. Bakar there. Well, we're getting our chances, we're just not taking them. And we keep getting injured and that's not helping. Oh! Good save, sir. I honestly think that Mr. Nape is going to be able to run that quickly. He can't. Oh, terrible throw in. Awful, what are you doing? Oh! Phew. Mr. Kasim has picked up a knock. I think he can probably survive 30 seconds, to be honest. Maybe he can't. What if he does some terrible defending and they win? What if they just come up with the worst corner in the whole world? Well, we didn't do very well there, and I'm going to tell them that. I'm going to be assertive, and I'm going to say you'll need to be much better than that. Much better than that in competitive matches. Much better. Dear, oh dear, it was terrible. Terrible! But hey, yeah, well, what's next then? Who we got? Oh, the under-20s again. Oh no, that is the under-20s generally. Ah, the under-20s begin before the senior squad. In that case, I need to look at who I'll be sending down. Mr. Ishmael, will you pick my team, please? I haven't got enough central defenders. Again, that seems a bit unlikely when I've hired every player in the whole world, but anyway. I need to send some people down. So who has not been picked for the normal team? Quite a lot of them haven't been picked for the normal team. Are they any good? So Mr. Salim, you're rubbish. You can go down to the under-20s. Mr. Nazir, I don't think you're quite good enough, so you can go down. Mr. Singh, you can go down as well. And I'm sure a fair few of you can also go down. It's just that I'm filling the subs bench at the moment. Just sort by position. Got loads of central midfielders, but it's not playing them, and I don't know why. Got a real problem with midfielders. I might have to go back to the transfer market here and see if I can get some rights and some lefts. Attributes. Mental. Got a flair player there. I can't see your general info. If I sort by position. No, let's sort by recommendation. Right, there's a left dude there. He's only 21. Can we get his report card? There's Zambari Zainal. Zambari Zainal. Bit aggressive though. There's the man. Can we get the man in? How much does he want? Oh, he's quite cheap. I reckon I could get the man in. I can get the man in. There we go. And I need somebody on the right as well. Or somebody who can play lots of positions like Joe Rao. Let's get a report card for Joe Rao. Then I've got a guy there who can play left and right defence. Mr. Sritmaran. Let's get a scout ring report for Mr. Sritmaran. I always look for utility players. Always. And then right at the top we've got Mr. Balagan. I wonder what Mr. Balagan is like. We'll get a report card on him as well. Okay, Mr. Mokhtar. Mokhtar's pretty good. How much does he want? Oh, I don't want him on a trial. I want him for real. How much does Mr. Mokhtar want? He would be quite cheap, I reckon. I reckon we could get him in with a little bit of cheating. No, we can't get him in. He knows better. All right, then how about Mr. Rao? Mr. Rao. He's not quite as good, is he? He's young, though. He's reasonable. He's reasonable. Can we get him in on the cheap? Yes, we can. Mr. Sritmaran. He is going to come into my team. He doesn't know that yet, but I'm going to fire him what is basically a massive bung. There we go. I do like bunging things up. Oh, he's good as well. Look, cheap players. Cheap. Fire Mr. Balagan a nice bung. Oh, come on. Fire him a better bung. Oh, he's being insistent here. How about if I max bung you? Yes. You see, it works. They can all be open to bungs. Right. I'm going to set unused first team players as available for the under-20s. Oh, somebody else has offered a contract to the man. No! No, that's bad. Please, Mr. Man. Please play for us, although it would save me a load of wages if he didn't. Right, Mr. Sritmaran. He's coming in. That's good. And Mr. Anbalagan, the bung man, he's coming in. That's also good. Shall I unveil them? We'll call them the Bung Twins. I'm delighted to welcome them. There's no relationship to speak of with Mr. Anbalagan. I don't know what you're talking about there. Mr. Anbalagan is rather susceptible to injury. Well, it is something we'll have to manage carefully. What impact will this have on the rest of the USM squad? It'll be a massive boost. I'm really hoping he can make a big contribution. And this signing is just part of my long-term vision for the club. Am I confident that Mr. Sritmaran can produce? I'm sure he can. I don't want to discuss the internal details of transfers because between you and me it was all about the bungs. Are there any further signings? Probably. Definitely. Right, let's go to the old training. And we'll start getting people back now from their conditioning training. I hate doing this because you have to, send them back to where they came from. You're a midfielder. You're a forward. You're a defender. If you try and do it... If I try to do it multiple players at a time, I find that it puts them all in the wrong place. So I do them all individually. All these coaches are going to have so much more work to do. Defenders, midfielders, forwards, midfielders. Super multiple defence skill there. Mr. Bakar, are you a striker? I think you are. Midfield, striker. Defence. Oh, I've just accidentally reordered them there. Midfield. Excellent. Right. Everybody else should already be in the right place. So I'll quickly set their training focuses, and all of these arrows will now start coming back up because we've already done our fitness training. And now we're going to do everything else. Coaches, just make sure they're on the right assignments. Excellent. We've got the man! Get in! We've signed the man! Yes! He might be available for the first team, for the under-20s team. Let's go back to training. Where did the man end up? Anybody in conditioning? No, so he must have gone to the right training. Good. That's good. Oh, Mr. Ahmad's contract is about to expire. He's not very good though, is he? We might shove him on the transfer list for the time being. I'm sure we'll have replaced him 1,000 times over by the time he gets round to his contract being up. Right, the win bonuses are to be decided. A high league bonus and a high cup bonus, because we ain't winning either. But I'm sure we can give them some hope. Right, I'm excited now because the under-20s are playing. They won! They won 3-1! Who scored? Mr. Bakar. Excellent. Mr. Bakar's going to be good, isn't he? I'm very happy. Check that out. Mr. Ahmad, Mr. Bakar, and Mr. Hisham all scored. Well, Mr. Bakar, it's going to be good. Meanwhile, the board have finally returned a feeder club verdict. Look at all these. We can send my players on loan to one of these. We can send them to the Institute Technology Mara, so that's another university team. We can send them to a semi-professional local team. We can send them to a professional local team, Selangor. I think Selangor have a really good team in the Premier League or the Super League as well. Or we could send them to Beverley, who are also professional. got to send them to a professional team. Let's send them to Selangor. I reckon they're probably the best. We've got a link. We've got a link with Selangor Majlis Perbadaran Subangjaya. Excellent. Excellent. Meanwhile, I've got another friendly here. So, Mr. Ismail, what do you think? I've now got players for all the positions, and Mr. Anbalagan and Mr. Smritmaran and Edrus. They're all in. They're all in. We're going to win. We're going to win. But not unless I make sure that you all know what you're doing. So let me sort out corners first. Corners to the right side. Corners to the right side. Corners to the left side. Mr. Man. Corners to the left side. Then free kicks. Same people. Mr. Hakim. Why are they all right only? That's really annoying. I've got no lefts. Mr. Prakash, can you take to the left? You might not have a choice. Long throws? Preferred foot? Oh, in that case, it doesn't matter, does it? Because you won't be doing throw-ins with your foot. Right, penalty takers. Oh, Mr. Bakar. He's really good at them. There we go. Got loads of people who can take penalties. We need to win on penalties. And then captains, I think it should be Mr. Vinod, actually. Because Mr. Arshad, I don't think he's too good. Why is Mr. Arshad captain? I think we should have Mr. Vinod, followed by Mr. Abidin, followed maybe by Mr. Jacob, yeah? Yeah. Let's submit. Right, I want you to do better, please, this time. They're a bit fitter this time because I've stopped knackering them in training. So, people, this is your chance to impress me! Passionately, yes! Go for it. Here we go. Need the purple bar over to the right. No, that's them! Oh, was that another excellent save from my goalie then, or did that deflect off somebody? Got a few more people watching. This is good. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's Mr. Hakim! Mr. Hakim has scored! Another round of applause for Mr. Hakim. Oh my god, I'm so glad I got him in. That is amazing. He's awesome. Check this out. Mr. Napai. What a pass. Kerblamo! Yes! I love you, Mr. Hakim. You're awesome. Oh. Bit of the old defending there. Oh, this is bad. No, don't let him have the ball. Take it off him, please. No. Woof! Woof! Close. I like having the highlights on with the close bits, actually. It's getting the old tension up, isn't it? Here we go, then. Mr. Hakim again. He's going to shoot it. That was rubbish. Oh. We're getting better, though. Oh, that was crap, Mr. Hakim. Can you not pass? Nice little tackle by Mr. Vinod there. Edrus down the middle. Oh, yes, to Mr. Napai. Mr. Napai has scored. Sorry, it's Mohammed Napai. Sorry. It's Mohammed everything in this game. Oh, somebody got a yellow card there for protesting, I think. Oh, yeah. Mr. Napai. We're 2 to the good. This is excellent. Oh, back to the middle. Yep, that's good. Yep, Mr. Edrus. Yes, it's Mr. Hakim again. Get some players forward, please. Kabam! Ooh. Mr. Kasim nearly scored there. Way too much of a crowd. I have to laugh at the cheering crowd. Oh, Mr. Sritmaran. No fouling, please. You've given them a free kick in a dangerous area. That was rubbish. Oh, now they've got a corner, and they can't take corners because they're rubbish. Well, that's good. Just makes me feel better. Mr. Napai, out to the right. No, okay, down the middle. Out to the right, that's it. Mr. Napai to Mr. Kasim. Edrus takes the shot. Oh, ooh. Mr. Zainal Abidine. So close. Is that Mr. Bung? Nearly bunged it in the net there. Oh. Uh-oh. No, don't do that. Oh, no. This is bad. Get the ball off them, please. No, don't do that. Phew. My goodness, that was like the world's worst back pass. Phew. Please don't do that. There's too many highlights here. Way too many highlights. Stop giving them the ball. It's like pinball, this. This is lower league football for you. Oh, ooh. Well, I have to say that Mr. Hamza, the goalie, he's pretty good. I like him. What I don't like is the fact we're seeing every highlight in the whole world. I have said show goals. Key only, I think only commentary might turn it to just goals. Because we don't want to see the ball being thrown back from the crowd. We want to see the goals. Well, we're doing very well, but I've got some complacency going on. I'm going to calmly say, don't get complacent. Oh, some anger, some very bad anger, but you know what I'm saying, don't you? Don't get complacent. Oh, the FIZZY-Os been called on again. Right, now we're not getting all the highlights, we're just going to get goals. So if you see a highlight, you know it's going to be a goal. Mr. Napai. He passes it to Mr. Kasim. Mr. Kasim, floating it in. No, he's floated it into the goal. Yes! That's excellent. Oh, they've now had somebody sent off. Oh no, Bungman has been booked. That's no good. Uh-oh, they've scored. Why have they scored? Who was at fault, please? Oh, we've got an injury. Is that what it is? Bungman was terrible there. But, yeah, I've got an injury. That's not good. We need to get him off. So, it's Mr. Balagan. But I have no other left-sided defence. Oh, yes, I do. Mr. Jamaluddin can come on instead. There we go. There we go. I really hope that Mr. Amaluddin isn't going to be injured, because that would be awful. Well, I have to say we did pretty well there. Mr. Napai was man of the match. I'm going to calmly say that that was a good win. And they're all delighted with me, so that's excellent. That's excellent. What news? He's got a damaged elbow and he's going to be out for 3 weeks. Great. Well, that's not good, is it? That's not good at all. Do I need to set up some more friendlies, I wonder? Mr. Hamza is currently unhappy about his training when he can live with it, frankly. I'll take your advice there. We'll get some people scouted. I'm very happy with my squad, though, I have to say. Oh, no! There was one marked tutoring there and I accidentally dismissed it. Oh, well, never mind, it's fine. Whoever that was isn't going to get any tutoring. Okay, so... not doing too badly, really. But the injuries have started, which is bad. Let's have a look. It's Christmas Eve, incidentally. It's Christmas Eve. We have no other friendly. So I need to arrange a friendly here. Maybe against a slightly better team. I can only arrange against other. Barcelona. That would do. That would be amazing. Trying to arrange a friendly against Barcelona. How about on the... No, it's only going to let me go on holiday. Arrange friendly. Choose. Just the under-20s? All right, then. Play the under-20s then, why not? Got no objections to that. Got to decide our squad numbers now. Auto number. There we go. Mr. Hamza thinks he's number 1. He is, really. He is number 1. Meanwhile, he's rubbish. He's not terrible, but he's not great. He, however, is very good. Hang on a minute, he already plays for Felder, though. I'm not paying 65,000 for him. I haven't got that kind of cash. I have reached my first save game point. It says, remember how your players react to certain instructions. I won't remember that. It'll be completely by chance. There we go. I've remembered my squad numbers. Now it's time for the under-20s to do their stuff. Do your stuff, under-20s. Against this team here. I'm wondering whether to play my other goalie. Uh-oh. Play my other goalie against the under-20s, because he is going to need to play. I'll pop him in. There we go. Mr. Awang will be playing. One day Mr. Chanturu will be good enough for the right wing. For the time being, he really isn't. Here we go then. We're now up to 100% fitness. That is good. That will help. Fewer injuries, hopefully. Got a corner. Got another corner. Goal! Goal for Mr. Kasim. Was Mr. Man took the corner. He floats it in. Blammo. Terrible defending from the other under-20s there. Terrible. Awful. Shocking, in fact. God, I'm getting so many chances. Oh, it's a penalty. Oh, it's a penalty. And Mr. Hakim didn't score. Oh dear, oh dear. I thought he was really good at penalties. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we've made up for it now. Mr. Chantaru, he has scored. Oh, look at him. They weren't marking him at all. Oh, straight through the goalie's legs. In fact, I think Mr. Chantaru went straight through the goalie's legs there. 1 minute of injury time. Mr. Chantaru's off again. Nope. Doing okay. We're doing good. We're playing calmly. We're playing with confidence. I'm going to calmly say I'm pleased with how things are going. They are delighted. Need to get the morale up and need to get the fitness up because they're the two most important things in a league like this. Oh, the under-20s have scored. It's Mr. Rashid. Look at that. Look at that in the background there. Lots of churches by the looks of things. What a free kick, sir. Wowzers. The best thing is, he's my player as well. So he might be coming up to the first team at some point. Oh, hang on, offer contract. Have we not got him under contract? He's good at all the things. Definitely offer him a contract. He looks good. Maybe he was just a player that we got in, like, to fill up the spaces. They've scored again. What's going on here? Oh, terrible defending. Mr. Asri, who are you? Are you not one of mine either? He's very determined and he's very flary. Quite fancy offering him a contract as well. It must be just youth players we've just got in. Right, come on USM. This is embarrassing, frankly. Oh, the FIZZY-Os on. Mr. Man's having a go. Oh! I think Mr. Hakim's missed again. So when Mr. Hakim is playing well, so does everybody else. That was a bit bad. Mr. Hakim was very poor. I'm going to calmly tell us that I'm not happy with their performance. And it's fired them up. That's embarrassing, not even beating our own under-20s. The attendance was 0, which is good because I don't want anybody to see how embarrassing that was. We are massively in debt, in case anybody's wondering. If I can get that wage difference back to 0, we can sign some better players again. That doesn't matter, that balance. That's going to get worse and worse and worse, I can promise you. That was my stomach. I'm obviously hungry. It's all this brain power. Right, so Mr. Jamaluddin, we can either give him an injection or lead him to the physio. We'll leave him to the physio. Mr. Che Ross is now scouting Indonesia. Well, good for you, sir. Go and find me some things, would you? Che Omar and Mr. Vinod have been pressing. There have been concerns about Mr. Matt Alley. No, he's not very good, is he really? The youth players have been neither positive nor negative. Well, at least they haven't been negative, that's something. We do know that Mr. Bakar's good though, don't we? So, Safarudin is eligible for a professional contract. He doesn't look great. He doesn't look amazing, does he? Scout reckon he's got the potential to be a key player. I doubt that. I think we might just keep him on 20 quid a week for a while. We've sold 75 season tickets and we've got another cash injection. I do like a bit of cash. You can see a load of fixtures coming up here. I think that might be the first team's fixture, but are these friendlies? I'm not sure. What we got? Oh, it's the under-20s playing all the matches. Try and get some first team fitness through those. There we go. Somebody called G. Torregiu says that he doesn't like the style of football that Gameplay Jenny insists on his team playing. Well, whatever, mate. When we beat you, you're going to regret saying that. In case you wanted to know the Hong Kong Canton Interport Cup result, which you don't. Mr. Bung is back, that's good. Right, here we go then with the opening game of the season. I think that Mr. Chantu is probably okay in this. I think he's probably okay. I know he's not a natural at that position yet, but I think we're probably all right. I think we're just going to have to hope. I know that my assistant coach has got people on a very high workload, which is probably why they're knackered all the time. Right, Mr. Bakar has made the first team and now needs a number. He is number 32. Here we go then. They're playing 4-4-2 as well. This game has a draw written all over it. You reckon? You reckon? Look at all these people who are going to play in their first competitive leave game. Wow. It's the battle of the youth. They're very unhappy. Clearly things have not been going too well for them in the old training. But look at us. We are happy, happy, happy. Because we're happy. Clap along if you think that we might just win this game. Because we're happy. Clap along if you think that we're gonna win this game. Right, go out there and impress me. Mr. Chanchuru, he is happy. Happy. Oh, sorry, I just pressed pause there when I didn't mean to. Do you want some highlights? Highlight mode, key. There we go. Here is a key highlight. It's chucking it down with rain. There's a few people watching. There are circles on the pitch. Oh, there's been a foul by Mr. Napai. Don't do that. That's bad. Love the way the substitutes all sit about 10 feet away from each other, as if they can't stand each other genuinely. Oh no, Mr. Napai's got to come off. That's bad. Okay, Mr. Napai's got to come off and Mr. Hakim has already been booked. We will put on Mr. Bakar. I've got faith in him. I've got faith in Mr. Bakar. Go and score, sir. You know you can do it. Why are we getting loads of yellows? Somebody's bribing the referee. No, there's Mr. Man. Mr. Man was offside. Oh. Oh, well, he tried. Can't believe Mr. Man was offside. That's really bad. He's taking a corner now. Ooh. So close. So very close. Mr. Versatile Defender's playing when he probably shouldn't be, because he's not that good. Anyway, look. Mr. Man in the middle of things again. It's Mr. Bakar. Oh, Mr. Hakim. Ooh. They work well together, those two. They do work well together. Mr. Man seems to be pretty good as well. Here we go. No, rubbish. It's a throw-in for us, though. There must have been a little deflection. Che Omar to take the old throw-in. Mr. Bakar. Nope, that's wrong. Mohammed Noor to Sritmaran. Abid Bungman. Oh, Mr. Chancharu. We screwed it up. We are dominant, though. We are dominating. Mr. Bakar, Mr. Hakim, Mr. Hakim! Oh no! So close. So close. We're getting so close. We're going to break through. We want to break through. We want to break through. We will score a goal eventually, but not before we have to save things. Please don't do that. Oh, please don't do that. They better not score just before half-time. I'll be furious. No, I don't like it. Ooh, phew. I like my goalie. I think he's pretty good. Don't score. Don't score. Phew! No, don't score. Whew. Phew. Right, well, we've got away with it so far. You're all playing okay, but I'm going to calmly say to you, keep going out there and you can still win tonight. Meanwhile, Mr. Bakar is quite nervous. I'm going to say to him, I want you to prove to everybody that you've got what it takes to play for this club. He didn't react. But internally, he's burning with fire. Uh-oh. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oof. Oh, my goalie. He's good, you know. He's good. He's doing a David De Gea here. We've got such a huge stadium and no spectators. It's almost... Oh, it's very sad. It's very, very sad. What was that? Seriously? Even I can take corners that don't go halfway up the pitch. That was appalling. They are terrible. Meanwhile, so are we. Can we get the ball, please? Thank you. Smith-Run, Mohamed Noor. Oh, no. No, 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 no. This is terrible, guys. Come on. Thank God they're terrible as well. Love the way they throw the ball back. That really makes me laugh. Right, come on. We're better than this. Right, go. Go, Nat. No. Oh. Bit of a foot race here. Mr. Hakim, he's not so pacey. We know this. Right, get the ball. Get it up the pitch. Mr. Hakim will run for it and fail miserably because he's not very good at that kind of thing. Oh dear, this is bad. Wondering whether to change my tactics because we're not doing very well here. Right, team instructions, yeah? Attack. Attack! Right, we're attacking now. That's good. Yes, yes. Oh! Whew. So nearly, so nearly. Right, come on, Mr. Chantaroo. Attack! Versatile defender's got it, but he's rubbish at attacking. Whoop! Bit pinbally this, bit pinbally. Come on, let's attack now. Oh! Oh no. Blimey, who was that? Bottom left. You're a bit pacey. It's Mr. Sripmaran. I can rely on Mr. Sripmaran to get back. Right, apologies because I think my neighbour upstairs might be vacuuming if you can hear any noises. I'm really sorry. Ooh! Tried to do a bit of a Ronaldinho there, did you? It didn't work, did it? Yeah, he is vacuuming. Sorry about that. Sorry if you can hear he's scraping. That's quite annoying, isn't it? Keep telling him to get rugs, but he doesn't do it. Right, Jakob, you can come on instead of Smirtmaran. In fact, let's replace somebody else as well. We'll put Mr. Kasim on. There we go. There we go. Just to save people's fitness, really. Uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. No, 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 no! Oh, no! Mr. Chantry, what are you doing? The man has cleared. The man has cleared again. I like the man. He's good. Mate, honestly, what a time to do your vacuuming. Oh, well, not a great start, but they played okay, and I shall calmly tell them that they were unlucky tonight. I thought they were doing okay there. Oh, well, we got a point. This team doesn't have much of a point most of the time, but we've got a point. Let's go to the press conference. Was that a missed opportunity? Nah. I think we just about edged it out. They definitely shouldn't have had a penalty, though. Mohamed Noor had a great game. Yes, he had a good, solid game, you're right. Mr. Mann was pretty solid. Yes, he was. Kasim made his debut from the bench. Will he be in your first team plans soon? I don't have a clue. Will I be bringing another face in? I'm not going to discuss transfer rumours, but yes, obviously I am. Thing is, we don't really want to upset things now because I think that they're doing okay. I think they're doing okay. So we'll hold my last backroom advice meeting. We'll ignore any whinging about training being too bad. And Safarudin, I don't think that we should sign him personally. I think my scouts are wrong, so I'm going to ignore that. And he's terrible. He's absolutely terrible. We're going to offer him to some clubs. And given that Mr. Bangy Thumpy upstairs sounds like he's getting worse, and this has been a very long video, we're going to leave it here. I hope that you enjoyed that. I'm pleased to say that the under-20s have defeated Sarawak. And Hisham appears to have scored again. Excellent. Well, that's good. That's good news. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with my squad. There's a lot of recommended players there, and I'm particularly happy with Mr. Hakeem. But yeah, I don't know, did you enjoy that? Are you still here? If you're still watching, then do please give it a thumbs up. I will save this game, and if we want to continue at any point, then obviously we can continue, but that was me playing Football Manager. I need a rest now, so I'm going to go off and watch the real football, as it's FA Cup weekend. Hopefully my neighbour will shut up. But thank you for joining me, and thank you for joining Kepala Batas Staff University Sains Malaysia, the best team in the whole world.
Gameplay Jenny.